Let's build with these blocks today. Today we have a very blue palette indeed, and I'll be making a greenhouse inspired by these two pictures, and obviously I'm going for a very different theme. So we're having a lot of overarching glass here and then a nice archway in the front. Expanding to the back here, I wanted to keep things very spacious to have a big interior for our plants and having copper beams as support. I opted for a nice gradual arch using glass for the roof, keeping the copper arches running throughout, and then a mirrored wall on the other side with the same grates, and just simply filling everything in with glass following the same patterns that we built up. Starting pretty simple, but it's looking very plain, all one tone with white and blue. I think it's hard when it's not made out of brown or wood. It's something like really out of my comfort zone. So I think this is a great exercise in using completely new blocks that I usually don't build with. And speaking of completely new blocks, I opted for end stone bricks for some reason, which I guess match the tone, is like a complementary color to blue, but I really don't like the way the walls are looking. So I decided to opt for something I knew would work here, which is a nice blue gradient going alongside the walls. And then I wanted a focal point since all the walls were looking about the same. So I added this copper bulb on the front of the tower just to add a little highlight. It's almost like a little clock tower. Going back to the roof, we're adding even more support with a trim at the top, these flower pots at the top for some additional detail. This one was inspired by the reference image, and that's kind of the perk of using a Minecraft image as your reference as well. You see some really cool details that you would have never thought to use in the past. I changed this solid wall to sandstone and then detailing it up here with a small little doorway, and now adding some of this weathered copper, just very subtle texturing, adding that little bit of age to the build. And then going to the opposite wall here, we're pretty much doing the exact same thing as the other side. A little gate, and now adding the finishing touches, an overgrown leafy vibe with these azalea leaves all the way around. And yes, I'm doing the interior, you guys. For the first section of the greenhouse, we're doing grown crops on either side here, adding these trellises to the top of the roof. I don't know if that's the right word. Varying the height and placements of all of these, and then having a nice variety of little potted plants. I wanted to make a nice tree, and adding these little exotic plants that I've never really had a chance to build with yet. The pitchers, small little tree there, using the new leaf litter blocks to show some of the dead leaves falling from the trees. Have to add some 2 tall flowers in here, some hanging roots, glow lichen, and to top it all off, a nice storage shelf. And that brings us to the end of day 11 of my build a day challenge. My builds are available for download on my Patreon, link in bio, and comment what I should build next.